See what I say, PCIB podcast, man. Look, we live. Currently got games. Rarely do I go live when I'm doing games. All right, we got a lot going on right now. I got MLS, got hockey, got NBA, got baseball, college baseball, tournaments, both men and women's. We got a lot going on, man. Currently, right now, I got some MLB going on right now. Okay. Currently, we got bottom at the end of the 7th. All right, Guardians over Kansas City right now, 5-0 on that one. Boston and Texas Rangers, that is the top of the 8th right now. Rangers are up 3-2. Chicago Cubs and Arizona Diamondbacks right now, top of the 2nd. Chicago up 1-0. Okay. Mid-second. Athletics, Seattle Mariners. Now, remind you, a lot of these games, all right, these are a series, all right? Some of these games were 3-game series. Some of these games were 4-game series, okay? A lot of these games end today. Most of them end today, okay? And then you got a gap. You got a day or two gap, and you get right back into the week, all right, for another series. I think you get another 2-3 game series at the beginning of the week, and then you get one at the end of the week. I'm starting to see how the baseball, there's always a series every week. There's never a series that goes into the next week, okay? Starting to see that. Up and coming later on tonight, all right? Later on this evening, we have the ending of the Padres-Braves series. I think the Padres are going to close this out, okay? I think they're going to close this out. Also, we have Washington Nationals end up getting one over the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay. 5-1 Nationals as Parker gets the win and Finnegan gets the save. All right. Milwaukee Brewers versus New York Yankees. All right. This was game 3 of that series. All right. That's it. The Yankees just did, again, okay, put up 12 motherfucking runs on these niggas, all right? 12-3 on them niggas. Like, the Brewers could barely get 5 runs in these goddamn series. I'm just saying, man. Yankees, hottest team right now, coming out opening day series, all right? Had to say that right, because, you know, my boy. But, yeah. But there was a lot of teams. In my opinion, I like the Yankees, bro. I like that first game, they start off a little slow. And then next thing you know, bro, bats is hot. Padres, bats is hot. Who else we say? I forgot. Padres, St. Louis. I think St. Louis is hot. No one's talking about St. Louis. No one's talking about St. Louis. All right. What is wrong with your president? Here we go with the bullshit. Sportsdatapc. When I say PC, I mean podcast. All right. Like I said, 12-3. Yankees get that one as they close out that series. They actually win this series, man. 3-0. All right. Baltimore versus Toronto. That's why I said, man, based on that pitching, Toronto gets the win, all right? They come back in this series. Remember, Baltimore won the first game of the series. Toronto wins this game 3-1, and they close out the series 2-1. Colorado versus Tampa Bay. I took Colorado. What's up, Matt? I took Colorado. St. Louis looking good, by the way, dog. No one's talking about St. Louis Cardinals right now, all right? Tampa Bay, though, they got the win 6-4. All right, Bradley gets the win. Fairbanks gets the save. Pittsburgh versus Miami Marlins. Pittsburgh right now, damn sure didn't cost me some money. I took the money line with them on the first game. And, yeah. They last 2 games, man. No, not last 2 games. The whole series. I think Miami upset at the Pirates of this series. If we had to have an upset series, it's this one. Miami Marlins over Pirates. Like, I was not thinking that, okay? Who knows? This might be a different Miami Marlins team. We gonna keep a lookout for some teams who were sorry last year who are actually good this year, all right? But it's still too early in the season to call that. You understand what I'm saying? San Francisco versus Cincinnati Reds. This is another team. I'm very high on Cincinnati, but it's another team San Francisco, a team that was like not all there last year, who I think could make some noise this year. Okay, they actually feel like upset at this series, even though it's opening day in San Francisco. Like, come on now, bro. San Francisco gets this though 6-3. All right, they won the last 2 out of 3. All right, matter of fact, I think they won the series. All right. All right. Currently, had a delay and Angels and White Sox. All right, that was 2-2. That was tied up. Also, was a delay with the Cardinals and the Twins. All right, and it was 8-2 when that delay happened. All right, Sportsdatapc. When I say PC, I mean podcast. We also got some games on right now with Tennessee and Houston. All right, this is the Elite Eight. Okay. 50-69 currently right now, from what I see. Matter of fact, that's the final. So Houston does clinch its spot in the Final Four. Okay. So now we're waiting on the Auburn and Michigan game. Currently, too, we also have UCLA and LSU in the Elite Eight. All right, 44-37. UCLA is up in that one right now. Okay. What else we got? We're gonna start, bro. We're gonna start, man. We got some NHL news. Currently, right now in the NHL, we have Sabres, Capitals. Right now, it is 4-2. All right. Got the TV timeout going on right now, as it is about a minute left in the second period. All right. Sabres on top of the Capitals right now, man. Didn't see that coming. Canucks versus Jets. That is coming to an end. About 2:40 left. And the second, it is tied 1-1. Okay. Jets already clinched their spot. Ain't got shit to worry about. Utah Hockey Club versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Utah Hockey Club actually has a better record than the Chicago Blackhawks. Again, Chicago having a horrible season. 0-0 right now, tied up. Yes, this is live, dog. 0-0 tied up right now, and it just ended the first period. So, yeah. All right. We also have Senators and Penguins going on later on today. All right. Who you got with that one? Senators are the favorite in that one. All right. Then we got Islanders, Hurricanes. Later on today, I'm definitely taking, even though they got the Islanders as favorite, don't know why, but I'm taking fucking Hurricanes in that, bro. It's hard to beat them niggas at home. Stop. Sharks, Kings tonight. My dog said Kings gonna get it. I say the Kings gonna get it. God damn it, the Kings gonna get it. All right. Let's see. Then we also have, we got a final between Canadians and Panthers. 4-2 Canadians get that, all right? So we still got some hockey. All right, playoffs approaching. Literally about a couple weeks for both NBA and NHL playoffs coming up. All right, also there are some indoor track. All right, I'm gonna have to get that to y'all. All right, yes, it is track season. All right, we just don't have NFL and college football, but we got the UFL. Even though the Brahmas got spanked the other night. All right. Even though the Brahmas got spanked the other night. I'm about to go digital on them boys. Brahmas got that ass whooped. Yeah, man. Brahmas, man, they disappointed me. All right, let's see. Where is here we go. Yeah, Browns got that ass spanked. No defense, no fucking, no nothing, bro. No nothing. Okay. Yeah. So, bro, it was 33-9. Just nothing, bro. Battlehawks, Roughnecks, both Texas squad look horrible coming up. All right, 31. Both. How you let both the Battlehawks and the Renegades put up 30 on both of y'all, man? Roughnecks had 6, Brahmas had 9. Like, y'all, come on, man. Y'all wasn't ready to play. 31 and 33, like, just horrible. Then the Panthers won earlier today, 26-12. Shout out to them boys. I like Michigan. All right. Currently, right now, it's halftime between the Defenders and the Stallions, 12-11. All right. Can't wait till they add another squad next year. They should be adding 2 squads next year, if I'm not mistaken. I know one of them is Seattle. But yeah. I'm gonna get y'all these college baseball scores real quick, man. Honestly, you're not lying. They both look bad, yeah. I'm talking Dibble. Huh. I never scribble. Let me stop. All right. Currently right now, top 25 action in baseball. We have a final between Florida State and Notre Dame. Okay. Currently right now, Florida State won that 4-2. All right. Tennessee versus South Carolina. Tennessee gets that. They still number 1. They get the win 7-2 on them boys, man. Miami versus North Carolina. Miami gets the upset 4-2 over North Carolina. California versus Louisville. This game was on live earlier today on ESPNU. California loses, though, to Louisville. Louisville sneaking in there. All right, 13-6 over Cal. All right. UCLA versus Purdue, 16-3. Number 24, UCLA gets that one. All right. Dallas Baptist, number 17 in the country, versus New Mexico State. All right. They lose to New Mexico State 4-3. All right. Then we still got top 25. Okay. Marshall versus Troy going on right now. It is top of the 10th right now. They got extra innings. All right. Troy, number 22. It is 5-5 right now. Like I said, top of the 10th. Bottom of the 7th going on right now between Oregon State and Nebraska. All right. This series is game 2 of this series right now going on. Game 3 of this series. I'm sorry. Sunday. 7-6. Oregon State, number 5 in the country, all right? Hot. Florida State, Notre Dame, I gave you that already. Bottom of the 9th right now between Arkansas, number 2, and Vanderbilt, all right? Right now it is 7-3 Arkansas over Vanderbilt, all right? Oklahoma, Alabama, top of the 7th, 8-2, Alabama. Top of the 5th right now between Baylor and Arizona, 11-4. Arizona is up, all right? Bottom of the 2nd between Riverside and UC Irving, 2-0. Riverside is up, all right? South Alabama versus Southern Miss will be played later on today. That should be a good game. Virginia Tech versus Wake Forest. That should be a good game later on today at 5 p.m. All right. Now we're looking at the A-10 conference in college baseball. You have George Mason versus George Washington going on. That's a final of 11-1. George Mason gets that one. Fordham versus Richmond, 21-18 in that game. God damn. St. Joseph's versus VCU, 6-5. St. Joseph's get that. ACC. All right, I gave you the Notre Dame game already. I gave you the Miami game already. Gave you the Louisville game. Gave you okay. Pittsburgh versus Boston College, 3-2. Boston College gets that one. All right, NC State versus Duke. Duke is not ranked no more, okay, but they get the win 16-6. All right. So you got that Virginia Tech game coming up. American East Conference, Bryant versus UMass Lowell, 9-2. Bryant, UMBC versus Georgetown, 12-2. Georgetown. Maine versus New Jersey Tech. All right, 2-0, New Jersey Tech. All right. American Athletic Conference, you have Tulane versus South Florida, 10-3. UAB versus Wichita State, 11-8. UAB. Florida Atlantic versus UTSA. I think they get the series sweep in this one. UTSA, they get this game 7-6. All right. Top of the 8th right now between East Carolina, all right, and Rice, 8-4. East Carolina is up right now, okay? Bottom of the 8th between Charlotte and Memphis, 6-4. Charlotte is up, all right? The A-Sun Conference, we got bottom of the 9th between North Alabama and Lipscomb, 4-4 right now. We got a good one going on, all right? Bottom of the 6th, we got Eastern Kentucky versus Central Arkansas. That is 12-6. Central Arkansas is up. Big 12 action. We got UCF versus Cincinnati, 10-7. All right, Cincinnati gets that, and they get the series sweep. All right, top of the 7th between TCU and Houston. All right, 10-5. TCU is up. Bottom of the 7th between Kansas, who is not ranked, and they doing pretty good, bro. All right, Matt. Kansas is up 9-2, bottom of the 7 right now. Kansas doing good, 22-6, 5-3 in the Big 12 right now. All right. Texas Tech versus Kansas State. All right, top of the 9th, Texas Tech is up 4-2. Top of the 5th right now between Baylor and Arizona, 11-4 right now. Arizona is up. Arizona State versus Utah. Top of the 6th, 5-4. Arizona State. Big East, we have Marist versus Seton Hall, 4-3. Marist gets that. Northern Illinois versus Butler, 15-10. Butler gets that. Okay. Long Island versus Villanova, 3-1. Villanova gets that. Creighton versus Sanford, 5-0. Sanford. Big South Conference, all right. High Point versus Radford, 14-3. High Point, all right. Winthrop versus Charleston University, 9-6. Winthrop. Bottom of the 8th, Gardner-Webb versus Longwood, 12-9. Gardner-Webb is up, all right. Big Ten, Washington versus Rutgers, 6-3. Rutgers gets that. And they also win the series 2-1. UCLA versus Purdue, 16-3. UCLA wins that series 3-0. Penn State versus Michigan, 6-5. Michigan gets that, and they win the series 2-1. Northwestern versus Maryland, 22-11. Goddamn, Maryland. They win that series. No, Northwestern wins that series 2-1. So Maryland only got one game on them and decided to score 22 fucking points or 22 runs. Bottom of the 7th right now currently, all right, between this series, between Nebraska and Oregon State, all right, 7-6 right now, bottom of the 7th. Big West, bottom of the 8th, man, between UC San Diego and Santa Clara, 5-2 right now. San Diego's up. Bottom of the 2nd between Santa Barbara and Long Beach State, 1-0. Long Beach State is up. Top of the 3rd between Cal State, Northridge, and Hawaii, 1-0. Northridge is up. Bottom of the 2nd between Bakersville and Cal State Fullerton. All right, Bakersville is up 4-0. They're looking to get a win in that series. Cal State is up 2-0 on that. All right. Bottom of the 2nd, we have Riverside and Irving. Riverside is up 2-0. Conference USA. So I guess for baseball, college baseball purposes, certain teams are in certain conferences. So in the Conference USA, Dallas Baptist, from what I know, don't have a motherfucking football team. So yeah, they don't have a conference. But their baseball team is in the Conference USA. Okay. Apparently they lose, though. They lose to New Mexico State. I don't know how. 4-3 by 1 run. Canisius State versus Louisiana Tech, 9-2. Louisiana Tech gets that, and they win the series 2-1. Florida International versus Middle Tennessee, bottom of the 7th right now, 9-5. Florida International is up. Series is tied 1-1. All right, Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky, 11-1. All right, West Kentucky is up, and they are also up on the series 2-0. So they about to close this series out, bro. All right, CAA Conference. You got Hofstra, William and Mary. All right, bottom of the 8th, 15-13. All right, Hofstra is up. Final between Monmouth and Townsend. All right, 10-6. Monmouth is up. Delaware versus Elon, 17-12. Delaware, that went 10 innings. Campbell versus College of Charleston, 8-7 Campbell. All right, Campbell wins the series 2-1. All right, Northeastern versus Stony Brook, 10-2 Northeastern. Northeastern wins the series 3-0. All right. North Carolina A&T versus UNC Wilmington, 13-0. Jeesh. Wilmington gets that, and North Carolina wins that series though, 2-1. All right. I guess Oregon State is in independence in baseball. All right, we also got Milwaukee versus Northern Kentucky. 6-2, Northern Kentucky gets that. Ivy League, we got Columbia and Princeton, 9-2. Columbia gets that. All right. Fairfield versus Canisius, 11-3. Fairfield gets that one. Mount St. Mary's versus Merrimack, 9-6. Mount St. Mary's gets that. Ryder versus Iona, 11-3. Ryder gets that. All right. Manhattan versus Quinnipiac, 5-4. Manhattan gets that one. All right, now we got the MAC Conference in baseball. Bowling Green versus Central Michigan. This went 10 innings, 6-5. Bowling Green. Northern Illinois versus Butler, 15-10. Butler gets that one. All right. Toledo versus Kent State, 6-2. Kent State gets that. Kent State wins the series 3-0. All right. Final between Missouri Valley, Valparaiso, and Evansville, 5-4. Evansville gets that. Evansville wins the series 2-1. Belmont versus Missouri State, 8-3. All right, 8-3. Missouri State gets that, and they win the series 2-1. Mountain West Conference, bottom of the 8th, Air Force and New Mexico, 7-1. Air Force is up. Bottom of the 6th, all right. UNLV versus San Diego State, 2-1. All right, San Diego State is up. Washington State versus Nevada, bottom of the 6th. Nevada is up 7-3. Bottom of the 7th between Fresno State and San Jose State, 1-1 right now. Series is tied. In the Northeast Conference, all right, you have Norfolk State versus Lemoyne, all right, 14-9. Lemoyne gets that. Coppin State versus Central Connecticut, 7-1. Central Connecticut gets that. Delaware State versus Fairleigh Dickinson, 5-0. Fairleigh Dickinson. Stonehill versus Wagner. All right, 42. Wagner gets that. Long Island versus Villanova, 3-1. Villanova gets that. All right. Ohio Valley Conference, you have Southern Indiana versus Little Rock. All right, 8-7. Southern Indiana. They win the series 2-1. Patriot League, you got Lafayette versus Lehigh, 8-1. Lehigh gets that. Navy versus Holy Cross, 9-0. Holy Cross gets that one. Currently we have SEC, Tennessee, South Carolina. I gave that already. Currently right now, bottom of the 7th, Kentucky and A&M. All right, 8-2. Kentucky's up. Top of the 7th right now between Oklahoma and Alabama, 8-4. Alabama is up. All right, the SoCon Conference, UNC Greensboro versus VMI, 8-6. VMI is up. Doing pretty good, 17-11 on the season. Greensboro, though, they win the series 2-1. Wofford versus the Citadel, 7-1 Citadel. All right, Creighton versus Sanford, 5-0, Sanford. Southland Conference. They say this is a very underrated college baseball conference, bro. All right. Southeast Louisiana versus New Orleans, 15-4. Southeast Louisiana. That is the top of the 8th right now. Top of the 9th, we have Nichols and Northwestern State, 6-2. Northwestern State is up. Bottom of the 9th, we have Rio Grande Valley versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi, 2-2. That game tied up right now. All right. Bottom of the 7th between Lamar and Incarnate Word. Jesus, Lamar putting runs on their ass, 17-6. Jesus, Lamar leads the series 2-0. Stephen F. Austin versus Houston Christian, 4-3. Stephen F. Austin gets that. That is, matter of fact, that's the bottom of the 7th right now. That's a close one going on right now. Sun Belt Conference, we have Coastal Carolina versus Texas State, 10-3. Coastal Carolina gets that. All right, Coastal Carolina wins the series 2-1. James Madison versus Louisiana. Louisiana gets that 3-0, and they also sweep the series. UL Monroe versus Arkansas State, 5-3. Arkansas State gets that, and they get the series 2-1. Bottom of the 10th, like I said, going on between Marshall and Troy, it is 5-5. So whoever scores the first run wins this game. All right. 4 p.m. later on the day, like I said, Southern and South Alabama, Southern Miss. SWAC Conference, we have Prairie View versus Florida A&M, 7-2. Florida A&M gets that. We got Alabama A&M versus Texas Southern. Grambling versus Jackson State, top of the 8th right now, 4-4. We got a good one going on in the SWAC. Bottom of the 7th, we got Alabama State and Arkansas Pine Bluff, 9-1. Alabama State is up. In the WAC conference, we got California Baptist versus UT Arlington, 6-3. California Baptist. Top of the 7th, we have Sacramento State versus Tarleton, 11-9. Got a good one going on right there in Sacramento. All right. Abilene Christian versus Utah Valley, 7-2. Utah Valley gets that. Top of the 7th right now. Seattle versus Grand Canyon, 4-4. Got a good one going on down there in Grand Canyon. All right. 2-0. They up. West Coast Conference. Top of the 9th right now between UC San Diego and Santa Clara, 5-2. San Diego is up. Top of the 6th between Loyola Marymount and Portland, 5-4. Portland is up. Bottom of the 3rd between Pacific and Gonzaga, 5-0 right now. Gonzaga is up. Pepperdine versus San Diego, top of the 4th, 1-0. San Diego's up. All right, and that's all the news I have for you, man. Just did a whole goddamn conference rundown on all them damn teams in college baseball, man. Sportsdatapc. When I say PC, I mean podcast, man. Jesus Christ. We're gonna get y'all some NBA news real quick. All right. Nah, I don't want to give y'all NBA. Fuck the bullshit. Nah, fuck it. Currently, right now, we have Clippers and Cavaliers going on right now, 82-74. It is about 8 minutes in the 3rd quarter right now. All right. Later on today, we're going to have Trailblazers and Knicks. New York's favorite in that one. We also have the Hornets and the Pelicans. Pelicans favorite in that one. Hawks and Bucks. Milwaukee is favorite, of course. I'm just looking at it. Somebody has to lose, bro. Pistons, Timberwolves. That should be a good game. Timberwolves are favored by 7. Warriors, Spurs. Golden State is favored by 11.5. Spurs are home. Raptors versus 76ers. Toronto's favored by 6.5. Rockets, Suns tonight. Houston is favored by 2.5. Okay. Soon, about to get started between Michigan State and Auburn. Okay. Currently, right now, it is an update on the Elite Eight between LSU and UCLA women's. 51 to 45 right now, 8 minutes into the fourth quarter. All right, South Carolina beats Duke to go back to the Final Four. All right. What else? Okay. Give y'all some MLS news real quick. All right, we're gonna start from yesterday's recaps. All right, starting with we had Toronto FC versus Vancouver. Toronto has yet to get a fucking win this season. All right, that was a draw. No one got any points. New England versus New York. Glad I didn't put no money on them niggas. I know damn well y'all want supposed to lose in New England like that. 2-1, New England gets that. All right, Colorado Rapids versus Charlotte FC. Colorado gets the win. All right, 2-0 versus Charlotte. Inter Miami versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia was hot. They had not lost a game. They had some ties, yes, but they had not lost a game. No, I'm sorry. They only lost one game. I'm sorry. That was their second loss of the season. I keep forgetting there's 3 numbers in the record. First one's the wins, second one's the tie, and the third one's the losses. All right, facts. Yeah, so they don't have any ties right now. Miami has 1 tie, okay? They also have 4 wins, but they have no losses. Miami has no losses. All right, they're still, I think Philadelphia's a top team. They just ran into a better team, 2-1. I mean, hey, I think Messi had a goal too. DC United versus Columbus, 2-1. All right, Columbus has 3 wins, also 3 ties with no losses. That's good. DC United, I mean, not really the start I was hoping for. 1 win, 3 ties, 2 losses. It's kind of ugly. Atlanta United versus New York City FC. Man, I'm loving those numbers. 4-3, Atlanta United gets that. I'm gonna have to look at these highlights. All right, FC Cincinnati. Both Ohio squads got the W versus Nashville. Nashville was hot. 3 wins. All right, Nashville's hot. They slowed them down, man. 2-1 versus Cincinnati. Minnesota United versus Real Salt Lake. 2-0, Minnesota United. Real Salt Lake has 4 losses in the season, man. No ties, 2 wins. FC Dallas versus Sporting Kansas City, 2-1. Sporting Kansas City is still winless. All right, Chicago Fire get their first draw of the year versus Montreal. Y'all should have beat them niggas. They ain't got no win, bro. Come on, man. San Jose versus Seattle, 1-1 draw. All right. Seattle only got 1 win. I'm seeing how shit's playing out. San Diego FC versus Los Angeles FC. San Diego, yo, for a new squad in MLS, they doing all right, man. They got 3 wins already, man. And they just beat Los Angeles FC, bro. All right, they have 3 wins and 3 losses, but no ties. LA Galaxy versus Orlando City FC. 2-1, Orlando City gets that. LA Galaxy still have no fucking win. These are the defending champions. They have no win. Currently, right now, we looking at second half between Austin FC and St. Louis. This game is in St. Louis, I believe. And Austin's up 1-0. Much needed win. All right. Also, later on tonight, we will have Portland Timbers versus Houston Dynamo. All right. Sportsdatapc. When I say PC, I mean podcast. Just get y'all that MLS news. All right. What else soccer we got, bro? I'm going to take it there. What else we got? Bundesliga. You got Bundesliga. We had Dortmund versus Mainz. 3-1. Dortmund gets that. Sporting Club Freiburg versus FC Union Berlin. 2-1. Okay. La Liga. We have Sevilla versus Real Betis. 2-1 Real Betis. Athletic Club versus Osasuna. That was a draw, no points. Valencia versus Mallorca. Okay, 1-0 Valencia. Barcelona versus Girona. Barcelona gets that 4-1. Getafe versus Villarreal. 2-1. All right, Valero gets that. Then you have, let me see. 2 games today. You had the FA Cup knockout stage between Manchester City and Bournemouth. 2-1. Manchester City gets that. Aston Villa and Preston North End. Aston Villa gets that. All right. What's the Italian league? Napoli versus Milan. 2-1. Napoli gets that. What is that? Internazionale versus Udinese. 2-1. International. Fiorentina 1-0 versus Atalanta. 1-0 Fiorentina. Cagliari versus Monza. 3-0 Calgary. Okay. We ain't got no Premier League, dog. Liga Mix. We have Santos Laguna versus St. Louis. Later on the night, Leon versus Pumas. Later on the night. Let's see what else we got. That's all we got, bro, as far as soccer news. All right, gave y'all MLB, gave y'all NHL, gave y'all NBA, gave y'all that, NFL. Got a little bit of that, Oh, do we got Formula One this week? Or am I tripping? We also got the Valero Open coming. Shout out to San Antonio FC, man. Hey, San Antonio FC, all right, and the USL, United Soccer League, champion, are undefeated right now, 4-0. Had a comeback versus Lexington FC, all right. Shout out to San Antonio FC, man. Need to go to the game. I'm going to try to go to that game. I think it is, April 6th they play. I'm trying to go to the game. They play the Phoenix Rising. Try to go see that. Sportsdatapc. When I say PC, I mean podcast, man. I'm about to shut it down. Make sure you like and subscribe, cause I'm about to get into the sports. Shit, you know what it is, man. Sportsdatapc. When I say PC, I mean podcast, man. Let's go, dog.